51-year-old Samuel Montoya is behind bars after attacking his wife Alma Acevedos with a knife at an ice cream shop. At around 11:45 a.m. on Thursday the 13th of July, authorities responded to the Tutti Frutti Bar ice cream shop at 27 Daisy Street South in Soap Lake, Washington on reports of a domestic dispute. When first responders arrived, they found Alma on the front sidewalk bleeding from the front of the neck and bystanders giving first aid. She told police that her husband had cut her throat with a knife before he fled the scene. Medics transported her by air ambulance to the Confluence Health Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee, where she's recovering. Alma told investigators that she and Samuel's relationship was on and off over the last couple of months, and she had been seeing another man, and Samuel did not like that. Prior to the attack, Samuel texted her a picture of a knife. A little later, Samuel came through the door of the business she owns while she was working. She and Samuel began arguing about the man she was seeing, and the argument escalated with Samuel suddenly stabbing Alma in the neck, and she fell to the ground. Samuel stood over her and said, "If I can't have you, no one can," and stabbed her in the neck again. Alma fought back and got cuts on the hands from the knife, but she managed to get Samuel off her and run out the door. A few hours after the incident, Samuel turned himself in at the Ephrata Police Department. He's charged with attempted first-degree murder, and is held at the Grant County Jail on a $1 million bond. The investigation into the matter continues. A 38-year-old man is behind bars for fatally beating his 43-year-old wife. At around 4:45 a.m. on Wednesday the 28th of June, authorities responded to a home on Highway 74 in Gonzales, Louisiana, and found Sonia Escalante Baca in a bed dead from blunt force trauma. After obtaining sufficient evidence, investigators identified the victim's husband, Joseph Lee Fogel, as the primary suspect. Joseph called police that morning to report his wife's death. In an interview, Joseph told detectives he left his home to get breakfast, and when he returned, he found his wife dead. Investigators believe that Joseph beat his wife to death with a weapon, but have not disclosed what that weapon was. On Thursday the 13th of July, Joseph was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and is held at the Ascension Parish Jail. Joseph was previously convicted of aggravated kidnapping in Weatherford, Texas. In June of 2007, he asked a woman he knew for a ride when he handcuffed her and held her at knife point. He was released from Texas State Prison and put on parole in June of 2015, and he finished his parole in June of 2022. Authorities said that Joseph and Sonia had been in a relationship for 3 years after meeting through a dating app and had been married for about a year. Joseph was unemployed while Sonia worked at a local construction company. Authorities have not provided a motive in the killing, but said the couple had recently been experiencing financial hardship. The investigation into the matter continues. A 31-year-old woman kidnapped a newborn from the neonatal ICU and stabbed multiple hospital staff as she escaped. At around 10:30 p.m. on Thursday the 13th of July, authorities responded to a report of a stabbing at Palms West Hospital in Loxahatchee, Florida. Kendra Green took a 3-day infant off a ventilator at the neonatal ICU, and hospital employees tried to stop her as she was leaving with her child. Kendra pulled out a knife and stabbed 3 hospital staff members. The infant was being treated at the hospital for undeveloped lungs. Kendra violently removed the infant's breathing device and other life-supporting instruments. The first victim begged Kendra to stop, but she pushed her and said, "Fuck you, bitch." Another victim saw Kendra carrying something close to her body in one arm and a large serrated kitchen knife in the other hand as she ran towards the emergency room exit. When the employee tried to stop Kendra, Kendra cut the employee's forearm. A separate witness tried to block Kendra and noticed the newborn hidden underneath her shirt. Kendra then slashed the witness in the hand. When another victim tried to grab the baby, Kendra cut her in the side of the neck. The employees were treated for non-life-threatening injuries and were discharged. Kendra drove away from the hospital and dropped the baby off with a family member. She then left before crashing a vehicle and fleeing on foot. After a short pursuit, deputies apprehended her. After being taken into custody, deputies learned that Kendra suffers from schizophrenia. Palm Beach County Fire Rescue visited the family member and safely brought the infant back to the hospital where the child remains in a stable condition. Kendra is charged with cruelty toward a child, 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, battery and resisting an officer. She remains held at the Palm Beach County Jail on a $302,000 bond. The investigation into the matter continues.